Hey gang, Scott here. In this video, I'm going to cover the AI assistant in Luminar Neo. This is something Skylum added in late December 2025, and just start with some overall thoughts about the tool, show you where it is, how it works, some caveats and guidelines on how to make the best use of it, as well as talking about where the AI assistant will end and you, the photographer, will begin. Because it is, I think it's a tool that has a lot of potential, and we're seeing the first, bits and bobs of what it could potentially do. And that's kind of my overall thoughts on this. I think it's very good for getting yourself a basic, look for your photo and, quickly doing an edit, as well as it being a little bit of a coach. Like if you're not sure how to do something, you can ask the assistant, well, how do I do this or how do I do that? And so let's start with where do you find this AI assistant tool? Any caveats with using it and so on and so forth. So let's dive into Luminar Neo here. The AI assistant is located right down in the lower right corner, this little prompt bubble, and I'll click on that, make it a little bigger, gives you a quick blurb on how does it work, what can you prompt the AI assistant to help you with. It's available in the presets view or in the edit view, not in catalog, and also not as in a plugin mode. If you're running Luminar Neo as a plugin from like Lightroom, Photoshop, you don't have the AI assistant. It's a native Luminar Neo application feature only. A couple of other things with setup, you need an internet connection to run the AI assistant, so there must be some kind of communication going out to some cloud thing to process your prompts and come back with information. But that's it as far as setup is concerned. There was nothing else that I needed to do with respect to tokens or my Skylum account or no credit card or anything like that involved. It's just, here is the assistant, you can give it prompts and it will give you things back. So let's go through a couple of prompts, see how this thing works and how does it really operate, and then I'll get into some other thoughts and like I said, I think where there's limits on what the AI assistant can do versus what you, the photographer, can do. So let's start with the classic prompt, right? Enhance or do something with the photo. And to really drive this home, I'm going to switch over to the Edits tab here so you can see I've got a raw photo, so I have my develop and noiseless there, which I've done nothing to. But if I just click on Enhance this photo, that's going to run that prompt, and it's going to think about it for a minute. And I'll say the thinking part, yeah, it's taken a little bit of time. On average for me, it seems to be taking about 10 seconds or so to come back with editing suggestions. But when it does, it comes back with not only the thumbnails of what that might look like, but an explanation of what's being done for each edit. And this is where I think it's valuable, especially for beginning photographers. Let me click on this second one here. It's going to apply that, and you can see now in the edits area, it added a handful of things. And what did it do? Further adjustments for temperature and landscape adjustments to do what it's saying it's going to do here. That's translating, well, what does Enhance AI landscape and color mean for this photo? That's helpful. I've talked many times over my tenure here on YouTube about walking a preset when you're learning how a tool how a tool works, or how a preset achieves the look that you're after. It's applying tools, individual tools that add up to something. And so now with a little more description, you can dig around and say, okay, well, landscape, what did that do? I can click in here. Golden hour really got boosted up. Before that, after, I can see those warmer tones in the sand and in the building itself. That really got bumped, and so that's what landscape did for me there. Something interesting I will say about Enhance this photo as a common prompt. If I do it again, just typing it in, and it thinks for a bit, I've noticed that it may not be consistent. It can come back with other looks, other things that are quite different from the previous set. This is just finishing up thinking, okay. And so here, this one here, this is a very different look than the one I have on the screen. So if I click on that, observations 1 and 2, first one being the looks you get each time you say enhance this photo can be quite different. And then when you're clicking on one of these, it's just like applying a preset. It replaced everything. My old look is gone. My new look is replacing it. So my old look was probably this middle one here, I think is what I chose at number 2. Well, that just got replaced with this thumbnail here. So, the results, the suggestions that the AI assistant gives you when you apply them, they're applied like presets. Any other edits you had, gone, and you're applying what the AI assistant can do. What's another thing we could say? Like, make this photo look more cinematic. Not that this is a particularly cinematic scene, but that's something that we can ask the AI assistant to help us with. So let's think there for a bit, and it will prompt us or give us another set of options that we could choose. All right, there we go. So some interesting choices there. I think of the 3 for this photo, I kind of like this washed out look. That's kind of interesting. So a little more dramatic on the lighting. Certainly quite a strong look, but for this scene, not bad. I'm not too keen on the purple one there. But again, I chose one and it replaced everything. So, that's the, do something to the photo for me, enhance it, make it black and white. You can, do things like, make it moody and so forth. You'll get these suggestions. The other type of prompt is the how-to prompt. And those 2 words are very important. How to. If you ask things like, how do I blah, 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 you get prompts back that show you these thumbnails that you could apply. But if you say how to, you'll get guidance on, well, these are the steps you can take in Neo to achieve a certain look. And so let's try a couple of those prompts as well. So continuing in this AI assistant session, let's say how to darken the sky. That's something I'd probably want to do here. This is a little bit washed out. What would I need to do to darken the sky? And so I'm phrasing this as a how-to question so that the prompt, or the assistant rather, comes back from the prompt saying, well, here's how you do those things. Sky AI, you could replace it entirely and you could just launch Sky right from there, or you could do develop and I can, hit this, it'll take me right to where I need to be and I can start doing adjustments, or in this case, highlights, whatever, the prompt suggested, or the response to my prompt suggested, which I can always go back to, make that a little bit bigger and scroll all the way down and get there. So, that's one thing. What's another? I can, how to add detail to the building. And it comes back and great. Here's what you can do. Structure AI, enhance texture and so forth. And then, I could use erase to remove distractions on the building's surface. Okay. I don't know if that really helps me with detail. So as with most AI models, you might get some guidance that is, let's just say, flawed or incomplete. What's structure AI? Let's go ahead and do that. And I add structure, but you'll notice I'll push this everywhere. I'm pushing very, very hard, and you'll see it applies everywhere. It's not applying to just the building, right? So this is one of the caveats with the AI assistant. It doesn't have the ability to say I can't combine an action that's targeted with, say, a mask, like add detail to the building. I won't get, a one click. Here's the structure AI, and I've done the AI masking for just the building. We can do that, right? This is where the AI assistant ends and we, the photographer, begin. Great, I want this, and I'm watching the building. I'm happy with the building. Okay, masking. Let's do mask AI and say, well, just apply that to the architecture. And okay, it didn't quite get the roof. No problem. I got object select, and it will do its thinking there, and then I can say, great. Let me add in that. It's not happy with object is picking up too much. It's picking up that roof as water. So I'll just go back to a classic brush, and add that in myself. Just paint that in there. And now I've got the structure where maybe I want to take this out through the end of the pier too. I've got the structure where I want it. And now when I look at the adjustments before and after, I see the pop. I can boost it up just so it comes through on the video before and after. This is how you can let the AI assistant help you navigate through the tool set that Luminar Neo has, and then you'll need to combine it with some of the masking work to make things happen. So I guess like my overall thoughts on the AI assistant is that it's a very interesting and promising start. It's nice that it's built in. There's no additional setup as long as you've got an internet connection, and almost always we do. If you're editing remote, you may have a little bit of a challenge using it, but otherwise it's a helpful learning tool. I'd like to see it grow. I can definitely envision where something like I just said, I want to add such and such an effect, such and such a tool to a particular thing. So, not only just actions today, action prompts are global, the entire photo, then the how-to prompts tell me how to do something. I would love to see the action prompts being like, do action whatever to object whatever. And then it becomes quite an interesting tool. I would also like to see the ability to save my own prompts. I do a lot of landscape work and a lot of things with, say, water and mountains. And the types of objects that Luminar Neo already recognizes, let me build that into a prompt. And then I can save those prompts in my own little library. As I click, 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 and I'm done. And then I get to take all those things, build my own preset, and be even faster with my workflow. But I think really where it's going to shine is if you are still navigating, learning how to use the tools in Luminar Neo, check out the assistant, ask it those how-to questions, and when you're doing the enhanced photos and so forth, do the old school, walk the results. What did it apply? Why did it do it? Use the descriptions that it's giving you to help you through that, and I think you'll get some value out of it. If you are already astute with Luminar Neo, you're comfortable with editing tools, you'll probably find it faster to reach for the ones that you like and just work directly the way you've been doing up until the point where the AI assistant showed up. But that's it. That's my thoughts on this new addition to Luminar Neo. Hope you found it useful. Questions? Go ahead and drop them below. And until next time, my name's Scott Davenport. Have fun.